So yeah, you touched on how competitive it is to get in. What kind of stuff would you say to people trying to get recruited to stand out?
Yeah, so I would definitely say,
So yeah, you touched on how competitive it is to get in. What kind of stuff would you say to people trying to get recruited to stand out?
yeah, so I would definitely say just like send out a lot of emails, tell them to go to your games. And in the DA where we were in America, it's a lot different. So when we would play teams like Red Bulls, New York Red Bulls, I'm sure you heard of them, there would be a lot of scouts at the game. So that definitely was easier. And then your coaches in America tend to know a lot of people. So just talk with your coaches. A lot of like the soccer world is a small community. Send out emails, and then those camps, like you said, you did the camps. Like those are obviously good. Just any way to get your name out there, I think is the way to do it. And obviously, like when they're there, like you only have one shot, so for the most part, so you want to like play your best and keep it good.
Hmm.
If you're looking to get scouted by a professional club and put pen to paper on that first pro deal, me and Tate Trusty have put together a course which has everything you need to know on how you can make it there. The course includes the advice and knowledge of 20 plus professional players, coaches and scouts, including Lyndon. And it's not just the normal stuff you see online, it's everything you need. It's your complete roadmap to making it as a professional footballer. If you want to make your dreams a reality, click the first link in the description.
I'm proud to say I've reached the point of putting pen to paper on a professional contract. Now me and Dennis have come up with a bank of knowledge that I wish I had before, and this will help you get a contract yourselves.
How viable do you think college soccer is for a route to go pro?
Oh, I would say definitely good. It's different now because you have the USL and all these young boys getting some time. But it also matters like where you go to school. So out of Bucknell, not a lot of kids out of Bucknell go pro. I think we had one a couple years ago, like playing overseas pro. I don't know if it was in Italy or like Slovenia or something weird like that. But you'll see like a lot of these Big Ten schools, ACC schools. A lot of those guys, it seems like, are on a good path to go pro. So yeah, just really, it's high level. There'll be scouts there. It just really depends on the league you're in, I would say.
Yeah. So, okay, if we're talking the top teams, this is a difficult one, but if you had to choose between a top D1 team and I don't know, an academy in Europe, which one do you think would give you a better chance?
Oh, probably the academy in Europe, right? I'm not too familiar. I'm not too educated on that, but you'd have to think just because the academy in Europe would be they're playing soccer every day, right? Like that's their job. Yeah, I would say the academy in Europe probably. But then again, it's hard because a lot of those academy guys come over here to the top teams and will do the same path. So yeah, I don't really know. It's hard to say, but I'm sure both have very good options.
It's a completely different experience, like going to college as well. That you have your uni life, you have education as well. So I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad choice to have if you have it.
Yeah. You get like I call it like a triangle. You have social, soccer, and then education. And it's very hard to balance. But then when you're in academy, it's just like all soccer. So it's very different. I guess it depends on the player. I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah. So so you touched on having a period to, I guess, relax or chill once the season ends. So in terms of like partying and going out, how much is that sort of limited by the football?
In season, you're not really going out that much.
Yeah.
Maybe after a win, go out, like have some fun with the boys, which is always good. And then when the season's over, we still train. And in college, you'll have like 24-hour before practice and then 48 hours before games. Some teams are even 72 hours before games. So it's very like, it's definitely like the normal student, you're partying like an immense amount less than them. Like it's not even a comparison, but it's like, it all depends on the person. Like if you want to go out, there's stuff to do, but it's really it's like right to go out and stuff like that. You know what I mean?